Hello, my name is David Hickson, and in this video I would like to explain to you in a nutshell what Sentient Trader actually does. We won't get bogged down with any technical details, but we will simply cover the basics. Sentient Trader very simply performs an analysis on any price movement of a financial market. It doesn't matter what the instrument is, as long as we have a record of the price movement, we can perform an analysis on it. Now, the analysis that the software performs is based on cyclic principles. In other words, it looks for the evidence of cycles in that market. I have open in Sentient Trader a chart of the S&P 500 future. This is a standard financial price chart. The X scale along the bottom of the chart is time. The Y scale on the right hand side of the chart is price. Now, if one takes a look at a chart of any price movement, you will immediately notice that, of course, the price moves up at some times and moves down at other times. And those moves up and down are at times very regular and at other times are irregular. Of course, if they were perfectly regular, then one would know that one should always buy every month or every week or every 6 months or whatever that regular cycle was. But they are not perfectly regular, which is what makes trading financial markets so interesting. Now, I have performed an analysis on this price data, and if I click on this phasing button, then we see the cycles presented as very simple semicircles. At present, the software is displaying 3 cycles: an orange-colored cycle, which is a 4.5-year cycle, a yellow cycle, which is an 18-month cycle, and this pale green cycle, which is a 40-week cycle. Now, the analysis process is fairly complicated, so I won't dwell on it, but you should know that the performing of an analysis in Sentient Trader is as simple as clicking on this button. Now, the primary purpose of Sentient Trader is not simply to perform an analysis on the basis of cyclic principles, but to provide profitable trading signals. In other words, to tell you when you should buy and when you should sell. And the software does this by identifying 4 trading opportunities within each cycle. Let's zoom in on this chart to this 18-month cycle over here and take a look at the 4 trading opportunities that the software would have found within this yellow 18-month cycle. The first trading opportunity in any cycle is always a long trade. In other words, one buys the instrument at the trough, at the start of the cycle. The second trading opportunity is a short trade. In other words, we sell first and buy later. The third trading opportunity is another long trade from the trough of the intermediate or 40-week cycle in this example to the peak before the trough that ends our trading cycle. Our fourth and final trading opportunity within this cycle is another short trade from this peak down to the trough, which brings the cycle to an end. It is really as simple as that. One can look at any scale, and so here I have provided an example of an 18-month cycle, but we could zoom in and we could take a look at this 40-week cycle. You'll notice that not all trades are very smooth and clearly profitable, and that is part of the subtlety of working with Sentient Trader, because one doesn't always take every single one of the 4 trades. In fact, one usually only takes 1 or perhaps 2 of the 4 possible trades in any cycle. What happens if you want to trade a much shorter cycle? Well, you can do that with Sentient Trader as well. Let's take a look at a 1-minute chart. Here we see the cycles displayed at the bottom of the chart as we did on the daily chart, but these cycles are much shorter. In fact, this cycle is a 2-day cycle, this is a 1-day cycle, and these cycles are 5-hour cycles. Let's take a look at this 5-hour cycle here as an example. Even on an intraday 1-minute basis, the same 4 trading opportunities present themselves. What if you wanted to trade a 1-hour cycle? Well, you could do that as well. Let's zoom in on this 1-hour period over here. What if you really wanted to trade very quickly? Well, we could look at trading the half-hour cycle. And there are the same 4 trading opportunities in the half-hour cycle. And that, in a nutshell, is what Sentient Trader will do. It will take any price movement, it will perform a cyclic analysis upon it, a cyclic analysis which you can influence if you are an experienced cyclic analyst, and then the software will generate trading signals on the basis of the 4 trading opportunities that there are in each and every cycle.